Is Sora going to be something you should be watching out for? The answer to most out there is no, because you're probably putting this at the last of your list. Why? Because the top of your list is probably the likes of Chuan Park, the Toa Payoh site, or even the integrated development in Tampines. Yes, a lot of gurus will tell you that you must buy beside MRT, must buy near school, must be this, must be that. Otherwise, good luck to you. But is there really a binary answer to that? From a location point of view, the ones I mentioned are in super locations. No arguments on that, no dispute. But if it's purely from an investment point of view, I might not have them on the top of my list. Why? The biggest reason is price. And I'll cover that in our next video, but back to Sora first. Why won't it fit the bill for some typical investors? Because it's not near MRT, not near amenities, not near anything, located all the way far end of Jurong. It is nothing more than just being in front of a transformation and with an awesome view. But actually, I beg to differ. So here is why. Before I start, if you guys are liking the content so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Please, it will really help with the algorithm. Smash it or check out our social handles on IG on the link in description. Okay, back to it. Some introduction about Sora. It is the former Parkview Mansions on Yuan Ching Road that went en bloc in July of 2022 to the consortium of Chip Hing Seng, KSH and Sing Hai Yi. The 440-unit development sits on a 191,000 square feet piece of rectangular land boasting en-bloc views of the Jurong Lake District. It was sold at a land cost of 1,023 per square foot per plot ratio with an estimated break-even price of 1,847 per square foot. Now, keep that in mind first. At this point of recording, I have already visited the show flat and has seen what I need to see. Let me tell you my reason why this could be a serious underdog. Let's go through our QPE framework, shall we? First circle, quality land size, facilities and facade. With full condo facilities and 191,000 square feet of land to spare, mind you, this is a pretty sizable plot of land. You have this very nice mix of greens and modern outlook, very guaco land, and just nice, the architects are ADDP, pretty atas looking. And I think if I were to blindfold you and bring you to see the show model without telling you where it is, you would guess that this is likely located in a very upmarket neighborhood due to its design. And my first impression when I saw this was like, doesn't this look like Amber Park? Yeah, no? Without diving too much into the exact details, this is one of the selling points of Sora, the product. Point number 2, layout. It ranges from 1+ study all the way to 5 bedrooms. If you look at all of them, they are all pretty straightforward and clean, especially the 2 bedrooms and 2+ study layouts. Although they do not have enclosed kitchens, it comes in all shapes and forms. The 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom comes in form of rooms tucking at one side, and the 2+ study in a dumbbell setup with the study being located in the master, making your master feels much bigger but loses the clear segregation of study from the other parts of the house. Is this for you? I think you'll likely have a 50-50 answer on that. As for the 3 bedrooms, you have got the 3 bedroom deluxe with flexi unit all the way to the largest 3+ study at about 1,195 square feet. All of them are pretty standard layouts, nothing to shout out about or nothing to complain about. The sizes are all just about right. 667 square feet for 2 bed, 2 bath, good. 732 square feet for 2+ study, good. 936 square feet for a 3 deluxe with flexi, just about right. 1,098 square feet for a 3 premium, a bit too big given there's a lot of wasted space on the entrance area. If you take that away, I think it will probably be a very sizable 1,033 to 1,044 square feet. Because sometimes if it's too big, your quantum might jump, and understanding your target audience in Sora will tell you that developers have to manage the fine balance of giving consumers space, also making sure the absolute price tag is affordable. Up to this point, I feel that they have done a very, very good job. However, the 4 and 5 bedrooms are just a tad trickier. Why? Their sizes are huge by today's standard. Now, the jump from the largest 3+ study to the 4 bedroom is approximately 330 square feet. 4 and 5 bedrooms are 1,528 square feet and 1,679 square feet. And the layouts for both are actually very impressive with the private lifts and all. I have to give it to them. Now, when you see private lift in the unit, you will also know that developers are really targeting families who prioritizes space and luxury over price tag. But as good as a layout as it is, the difference between the 3 and the 4 bedroom will easily be around $600,000 to $700,000. So that is something one has to really sit down to give it a good thought. All in all, the layouts are pretty clean and straightforward. clearly different type of designs to cater to different type of people. Point number 3, location, MRT and amenities. Okay, for Sora haters, this will likely be the number one reason why you think it will not work. I mean, yes, this is really very far away from most stuff. I have to give it to you. But I can tell you, no matter how far it is in Singapore, if you got a good price, good quality, and you understand your exit strategy well, location is overrated. If the location is bad, price is good, but product bad, then yes, really bad. Riverfront is one good example of a good product. Lavender Park is also another. Not near stuff, but still makes very good money. Point number 4, views. For once, I'm going to say that the views here are likely going to be the second selling point of Sora. The Jurong Lake Garden view. I can tell you I've seen a lot of nice facing properties in the East Coast area, but there is nothing quite like this. The entire garden are right at your doorstep, and the 4 to 5 bedrooms with private lift are confirmed is facing this garden one. So nothing more to say. So for the first circle of quality, Sora will clearly stand out against all competitions in the Jurong vicinity, including Lake Garden and Jayden. None comes close. The entire quality feels like it should be somewhere in the RCR at the very least. No? Second circle, exit strategy. I'm going to just go through very quickly on this because it's in the heartland area. We expect Westie HDB upgraders or Westies per se who are likely going to be blown away by how the development looks, what views it has to offer, and the clean layout that comes with it. Now, the absence of schools in an area that is not famous for schools doesn't really mean anything. Transformation, I don't really care so much about transformation, even though the Jurong Lake District is touted as one of the largest transformation in years to come. Want to find out more? Go and check out all the other YouTubers talking about it. I don't really care. And lastly, because of how impressive it looks, you should stand tall alone in time to come where you talk about supply demand. So in this case, the exit strategy is clear because the quality is likely going to suck consumers to the development itself. And last point, the most important of them all. I tell every single investor that is going to check out Sora with me, the price. You can build good stuff, but if your price is wrong, then just avoid lah. And what's my strike price? 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot. Is that possible? Very unlikely, but still possible. And why is that safe, in my opinion? Let's first look at Sora versus resales in the neighborhood. Now, the 7-year-old Lakeview transacts around 1,750 per square foot. The 5-year-old Lake Grande are already hitting 1,900 per square foot. The 10-year-old lakefront residences sells at approximately 1,700 per square foot. Lake Life opposite is an EC just MOP not too long, hitting 1,400 per square foot. You can think about it, if you can get your hands on the Lake Life at around 1,300 per square foot, you're also actually quite safe, because all this new launch price tag will only mean one thing. The gap is going to be much bigger in time to come. You see ahead, for whatever reasons, if I can get Sora at 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot, the gap between me and the Lakeville, Lake Garden and Lakefront residences is very narrow. For Sora versus recent new launches, now Sora break-even, as mentioned just now, was around 1,849 per square foot. Lake Garden is around 2,073 per square foot and launched averagely at 2,150 per square foot and hitting a high of 2,350 per square foot. Jayden saw an average of 2,450 per square foot and hitting as high as 2,800 per square foot. If I add a 10% to 20% profit margin for Sora, then developers are likely looking at a range between 2,030 to 2,200 per square foot. Again, if it falls between 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot, I will be hitting it anytime. It's possible. The same for the Pine Tree unit that I paid 2,268 per square foot when the break-even was 2,250 per square foot. Because you know that the break-even is 1,849 per square foot. It is then on the developers to decide on what their price strategy is going to be like. Will they go all out with guns blazing and try to sell at around 2,002 to 2,003, knowing Jayden was averagely 2,425 per square foot? Or do they cautiously look over their shoulders at the price and sales volume in Lake Gardens and be like, okay, I have to start on a good note. The market must have a good impression on my product without compromising too much on my profit margins. Can I then slowly stage the price up as momentum picks up? Because you cannot launch too high, then market takes it badly, and you sell badly for the initial few months, then slowly drop price, That is not nice because that will reflect badly on the developers. Hence, how the developer plays this is going to be the biggest question mark. How do we know the answer then? Be the first to know by participating on balloting day. If the price is not good, you walk away. If the price is really good, then congratulations, because I know for sure the target selling price will be between 22 to 23 per square foot or even higher. If you can ride on developers potentially becoming defensive at the start with 1,009 to 2,000 per square foot unit, you are safe. And disclaimer, I don't think the Lake Garden will be anywhere close to 1,009 to 2,000 per square foot lah. It will likely be the one facing Yuanqing Road. Buy low floor so that your views are more on the beautiful facade of Sora and also at a much cheaper price. So if you want to check out Sora, you also can always reach out to me. Now, the golden question is, Sora can buy or cannot buy? Don't be afraid to walk away if it's high. There's always a next better play. But if the price is right, and if it is right, this could be one of the underdogs for 2024.